And speaking of the draft, you guys do have a first round pick. I am very envious of the Arizona Cardinals.
Are we the only ones in? Well, I guess the Seahawks have a first round pick.
I think they have a first round, yeah. But the Rams, they don't have a first round for the next decade. And unfortunately, our first pick isn't until I think pick 61 in the second round. I wouldn't be surprised if we moved up in the draft. But with the first round pick, what position and what side of the ball do you envision the Cardinals draft?
When we're looking at the first round, it seems like the two positions that are most often talked about are edge rusher or receiver. And I actually do a live stream on Mondays, Mock Draft Monday, where we do mock drafts, and I know you jump in there sometimes. It's been a lot of fun for the folks who are part of my channel community. And edge rusher and receiver are the most common positions there in terms of all of our mock drafts. Sometimes you'll see an offensive guard, like Zion Johnson, I think. My brain can't. I haven't had enough coffee today. But the guy from Boston College. So we'll see a guard sometimes. Sometimes we'll see a cornerback there. But receiver and edge rusher are the two positions that are most looked at by Cardinals fans for a first round.
The draft can't come any sooner, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Do you imagine the Cardinals stay pat at 23rd, or do you think they'll move up or down?
I could see them moving. There have been rumblings among some of the folks who cover the Cardinals, some beat writers, that the Cardinals have been looking to maybe move up, maybe to get a cornerback or an edge rusher, one of the top ones. Though when I've been following the Cardinals for forever, and I pay attention to the draft pretty closely. And historically, in the first round, Steve Keim, he moved up to draft, quarterback. But aside from moving up to get a quarterback, he's either stayed in his spot, or he's moved back a few picks and picked up draft capital. So I think it could happen either way. Usually the way they do it is the way a lot of teams do it. They have a list of guys that they think, okay, at this pick, these are all players that if any one of these are here, we like them and we'll take them. And if those, we're at pick 23, maybe they've got 15 guys on that list. And if those 15 guys are gone, they'll trade back. If one of them's there, they're going to take them. And that's usually, how they approach it. When I do all the mock drafts, I've done probably a couple hundred mock drafts just between the live stream and just on my own, just kind of looking through it and seeing how the board falls. In terms of the players I like, a lot of times when I get to 23, I'm wanting to trade back because the receivers I like, the defensive linemen I like, the cornerbacks I like. There's players on the board I still like, but they're players that I'd rather take 5 picks later, and that will probably be there. So, obviously it depends on how the board falls, but I could see any of those things. If I had to bet, I'd bet they stay at 23 and pick someone.
Okay.